Okay, so you've planned it out. You did the transfer. You transferred it on. If you can't, I mean, you really need it light, but if you want to, you can go over it with a pencil again. So my advice, I think, is the easy thing to do is start from one corner and go here, this way, so you can make sure that if you have to adjust things, you can. Because if you go all over the place, it's going to be hard to adjust because might take you more than one day to do this, and the glue is going to set after a day. So I'm just going to give you some glue and this brush. At the end, I'll have you put it in a special cup that has soapy water in it, and then I'll wash this really good because it's glue. And then what I would do, so you have a couple choices, is you can either take your glue and paint it right on it, which will probably get glue on you a bit, but if you don't really care, I don't really care, you just have to clean it off a little bit. And then you're just going to set it. So you'll have a little while to move it around, but once it's set, you can't move it. So you really want to get it in there well, where you need it. So your other option, of course, is just to take this and paint where you're going to use it. And I would only paint a little bit at a time. Like say, let's start with going across here. And maybe like just this one little area, because like I said, you don't want your glue to dry before you get there. Remember, you want to leave spaces, and see how they still move? So I can bring them down a little bit, because on the edge, I want to kind of get as close as I can to this edge, because it's going to look better. And then I can go in there, and remember, we want to leave our spaces, too, right? And then I'm going to do another one just to show you, like I said, you can either paint it, right? Or let's say I'm going to do the whole bottom of this boat. I'm only going to paint that part. You really need to focus on one small part at a time, just because that glue will dry and you will not be able to use it. And then what happens, it's going to be all bumpy. So I don't want to say anybody with a whole bunch of glue. There should be small amounts of glue at a time. And you're really going to try not to get it too chunky. So then you can go in there and you can put your pieces that you already had. You should my advice is before you start, at least put your pieces in colors, so it's a little easier when you put them on. You're welcome to set them up first on your old piece of paper and then put it on, whatever works good, but that just helps you so you don't have so much to do when you're trying to. So remember, we leave a space in between. It should be about the same size as these. So this is a nice gauge to see how, like it should be about, oops, you cannot see with my hand, about that much between it. Because you have to be able to get that grout in there. So they shouldn't be right next to each other. But this glue will stay a little bit, so you can move it around. But then once it sets, it's not going to let you fix it. Because see, look, this is too high. So now I can move these, right, before it sets. So this one will fit with space, right? And that's what I'm doing to make sure I have space and that will fit, right? Because it will let you, but by the time tomorrow when you come in, you won't be able to. So little bits at a time, it's just way easier, and it will let you be more forgiving, so you can, fix whatever you need to. So, and this is really good glue, so it will help stick everything on there. So like I said, like I'm going all over the place, do not do that. So start in a corner, like I would maybe do this part first, right at the bottom, then maybe start the boat, so then I can make sure I have enough space for my water around it. But I would do sections at a time. Don't do sections like this, though. Always build from bottom to top, or top to bottom, or side to side. Because it just gets too confusing if you don't, and then you start losing spaces.